By 2030, 1 in 3 Marin County residents will be 60 plus.
Here in Marin, we have 64,000 older adults, and we have about 1,100 skilled nursing beds or places for people to go. My name's Kathleen Woodcock, and I'm with the Marin Center for Independent Living. I've been with MCIL for 12 years, and every day I see that I'm touching the life of an individual. You know, we all have friends, family, loved ones who are aging into some sort of different need. And MCIL is really filling that gap. Really, the cornerstone of what we do is to keep people living independently in their homes safely and with dignity.
The fact of the matter is that Marin County has a stereotypic image of everyone living in a golden life. It's not true. Somewhere around a fourth to a third of our population is struggling mightily in Marin County. MCIL has, over the years, arranged to find and listen and serve those individuals who otherwise would have and do have a very difficult time in this society, getting the level of service, the level of care, the level of compassion that they richly deserve.
So Marin Center for Independent Living's particular sweet spot is at the intersection of aging and disability. And many of us, as we get older, age into disability, and that can be a challenge for anybody who's accustomed to have lived very independently their entire lives, maybe have some difficulty asking for help. I know we all face that at one time or another, and that's where MCIL really comes in, because their approach to person-centered care and services, not only for people who've lived with a disability most or if not all of their life, but also for older people who have aged into disability and require a period of adjustment in order to find ways to continue to maintain their independence, but with a little bit more support than they may have been accustomed to needing throughout their adult life. And that is MCIL's real sweet spot. This is an organization that really gels at the executive level, and my experience has been that the executive team is really working towards a common vision, and that's sometimes unusual to see in the social sector, and so I've been incredibly impressed and pleased with my work with the entire organization. I'm always reminded of when I talk to families in those circumstances is it can be any one of us at any time. Any one of our families or ourselves may find ourselves in a situation that we had never planned for. And when that happens, having an organization like MCIL right here in our backyard in Marin County to work in a compassionate way, in a way that really preserves the dignity and independence of everybody involved, is a true gift. And I'm just constantly appreciative that the foundation can play a small part in the story of community members who are going through incredible challenge and find their way to an organization that can help them through.
I came from Washington, D.C. in 1965. We saw the advertisement for this property in '71. And it was $13,000. And we came out here and we loved it. It was 3 acres of redwoods, and made an offer, and it got accepted. We've been here ever since.
My name is Madeline Sloan. I am originally from New Jersey, and I came to Marin late in 1970. Before I retired, I was an attorney for 36 years. We'll be married 35 years this November. We both went to College of Marin for art classes and went in our different directions in art, and sometimes we were in the same class, which was always interesting. And we did do some traveling. We used to go to Alaska every year, and we used to go to Santa Fe every year for a week of opera. Friday night he had trouble walking. He complained about his legs. He couldn't get up the stairs. I said, try to sit your way up the stairs. And he got to the top of the stairs. We went to bed. The next morning he told me I was up every 50 minutes trying to pee, and my legs hurt. And so we called Kaiser, and they said, no, you've got to come into the ER. We gathered clothing and we called 911. and it was our neighbors who showed up because of the Nicasio Volunteer Fire Department. The next day, actually, you were able to walk with a walker around the floor, and it was the last time you walked. Then the paralysis started hitting both legs, and by Tuesday you were completely paralyzed from the waist down. So no feeling, no mobility.
Transverse myelitis is the diagnosis of what I have, and that's an inflammation in the spinal column. The causes of it are not really known. I went through the normal grief process that one goes through when you lose something. I was angry and I was difficult, and it took a while to adjust. This is the way things were going to be. I recognized that this was not a reversible thing, but it took a while to come to grips with me and the world, and was I angry or was I not, and to be more civil in terms of the world.
MCIL has been extraordinarily helpful with the registry, and that was my first direct contact with them last year. It was just wonderful. Charisma and I clicked the first meeting. She had some tough situations, and she handled them professionally. And we hit it off immediately in that very first day. She was just amazing from the get-go.
What I like about MCIL is definitely you know what you're getting into before you walk into a situation. You know the whole history of the person, so you're not really walking in blindsided. You know, they definitely set you up for success because of the information that they give. I think an important trait to have as a caregiver is empathy. And not only empathy, but understanding, patience, willing to learn. Also, taking yourself out of the equation, because it's not about you, it's about you providing a need for someone. And when you take yourself out of it, you can give more of yourself to a person, you know, because it's more about them than yourself. I love to have fun with my clients. I like to talk to them, interact with them, just love on them.